No, I have 100 other things to do, but you asked the question, so you opened Pandora's box. So I have a lot of recommendations. The Big Pets. This is good for little kids. It's not like a lot of story per se, but it's got great illustrations. And like if your kid is learning to read, this is a really great one. Illustrations are super cool, and it's about like where pets go when you sleep in this land of giant pets. Very cool. So that's for like a beginning kid book. This book I found in a free bin, and I love it. It's very dark though, but I've always been into sort of sardonic and cynical books because cynicism, some level of cynicism is healthy and good for kids. They need to know what they're dealing with. So the whole book, the illustrations are incredible, and it gives like a really bleak view of zoos actually. It's like sort of like an anti-zoo book. So the kid's going to the zoo with his family, and it's all about like the fighting and, you know, and then, oh, look at the illustrations. These are incredible. So the end of the book is like the kid like realizing like that's what it would be like to be in a zoo. So that's like a very, like this is a high caliber kids book. This is my favorite children's book. And it's about a little boy who's like not doing what he's supposed to at home. And that's the little boy. He's the main character. It's English, which I didn't know when I was a little kid, but then I like hunted this book down to try and find it because it was my favorite book as a kid. And I realized it takes place in the UK, so it's not American. So there's like certain terms are a little bit different, but same idea. So his mom's like, if you don't do what you're supposed to, I'm sending you to Miss Cole's. And this is his imagination of what her house is like. The illustrations, absolutely incredible. And her house is kind of chaotic, and this is her. And it turns out like that she's not evil. And actually he likes going to her house and he likes hanging out with all of her kids. So then it becomes like a treat. Like if he's good, he can go to Miss Cole's house. Berenstein Bizzles, come on. I mean, the gender roles are not so progressive, but they always have a good story. These are tattered because we like read them so many times. And they always have a moral to the story. So this one's when the TV is on all day without rest. Mama knows it's too much and Mama knows best. So that's a value of mine. I don't want my kids watching too much screens, though TVs now is not really the problem. It's phones. Junk food. Come on. Kids eat too much junk food. That's even, I feel like, more true now. Like I need to go to my sister's house and read this book to her kids. And then we have the fable. Healthy food is good for brother, sis, and dad. How can mom make them stop eating food that is bad? Okay, maybe a little simplistic, and there's a little bit of body shaming in this book that's, you know, but overall pretty good book. Come on. Maurice Sendak. I love Maurice Sendak. And then Where the Wild Things Are is just, this is a good beginning book too. It doesn't actually have a lot of text, but it has great illustrations that go well with the text, and it just brings you to another world. I love that book. The Lorax. Come on, everyone. Like, you can't. And I don't care about these Pixar movies. This is where it's at. This guy. And the more Dr. Seuss is great because all of his books rhyme, so it helps beginning readers because they can sort of anticipate. It gives them like a little boost when they're reading and they're trying to figure out how to sound something out. They kind of intuitively know it's going to probably rhyme. Cinnamon Baby is a book that is about this woman who's a baker and she falls in love with a musician. And, you know, it's just very pretty, and it goes through like all of her baking, and they have a baby and the baby cries all night. But what's special about it, or what's unique, is that it's a biracial couple in France, and the Cinnamon Baby, the way she puts her to sleep is by baking these cinnamon rolls, and the smell of the cinnamon helps her relax and go to bed. So it's a very cute book. And my daughter, I didn't know how much she loved this book, but when she got older, she was like, do we still have Cinnamon Baby somewhere? So yes, we do. Gregory the Goat. I mean, this is a great one. This is from when I was a kid. So some of these are from, I read my kids a lot of old books that I like, but I also got them new ones. And a lot of the new ones are more progressive on certain things. But, I mean, you can't say no to Gregory. Remember, Gregory is picky. This is a great book for picky kids. Because the whole thing here is he's picky because he doesn't want to eat garbage and he wants to eat like actual food. So it's kind of like a cool paradigm shift on that narrative. Then A Light in the Attic. It's a whole book of silly, weird kids' poems. I mean, and poems are great because sometimes your kids don't want to listen to a whole story. So here's one. And I just opened to a random page. Wavy hair. I thought that I had wavy hair until I shaved. Instead, I found that I have straight hair and a very wavy head. And these are kind of funny. And these are good if kids don't want to make a big commitment to reading a whole story. They can read like one silly poem. And these are just, I have way too many. Some people say I'm a hoarder, but you open Pandora's box. I could do this all day, except I don't get paid to do this, so I guess I can't. But thank you for asking me.